Hi everyone, and welcome back to Tarot for You 444. It's so lovely to have you with me today. I wanted to do a reading today because I can feel that Divine Feminine is having a little bit of a difficult time with some emotions that are coming up for her. I haven't looked completely into the horoscopes at the moment, but I do believe that what's going on is it's something to do with the planet Chiron. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. Anyway, so this can bring up some past emotions, and it can make us feel perhaps past trauma, or if there's not trauma, just that emotional state of being, which makes you feel uncomfortable. Okay, so Divine Masculine, if you're listening, your Divine Feminine might be going through something at this time. So I just wanted to come on and do a twin flame reading in general. I'm going to focus on both of the twins today. So just bear with me as I put the cards down, and I hope that you're having a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world, despite what's going on in the world at this time. We all need to come into that space of unconditional love, which is very important at this time. Compassion and kindness, and also self-care is very important at this time. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to deal with the Divine Masculine first of all, okay? And then I'm gonna do something I haven't done before. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on Divine Masculine first, because usually everyone puts him last, but I'm gonna well, not everyone, but sometimes people say like ladies first, so I'm gonna say masculine first. So we'll do the masculine first, then the feminine, then we're going to bring the energies together and see how we can have a better union. Okay. All right, so Divine Masculine is taking some time out right now to contemplate, to think about what he is doing with relation to the inner knowledge that he's already obtained. This is a beautiful card of wisdom. This is a beautiful card of, understanding self, of contemplating the light within that comes from God or source energy. So not only is he going inside, he always wants to speak early in the morning. Isn't that funny? Okay, so he's building right now. He's building his financial wealth, and he is appreciating. My throat will clear up in a minute. Sorry. Wow. Some of you aren't speaking your truth. That's just a message from Spirit. Some of you aren't speaking your truth. So if there's something you, just as an aside thing, if some of you need to say to the people and places and things around you, whether that's work or family life, if you need to be assertive, please speak up and say what you need to do. Otherwise your throat chakra will become blocked. And because I'm channeling this message, that's what's happening for some Divine Masculines right now. They're not speaking up. They're not speaking their truth. That's only for some of you. Okay. Wow. Generally speaking, yes, he's admiring his work. He's admiring the abundance that he's creating of his own volition. He's working hard in the physical world to maintain abundance. He has 8 pentacles in this card, and so he is trying to get to 10. So well done, Divine Masculine. He's doing a fantastic job there. In the recent past, as we know, some Divine Masculines have asked Divine Feminine to get married. So they've made a proposal. Or if they haven't made a proposal, they've offered, wow, they've offered some small but very beautiful gift to the Divine Feminine that comes from the heart. It could also be a material gift, like a a bunch of flowers or something like that, or a necklace or earrings or something beautiful. It's very beautiful. Okay, now the energy around them is all in the recent past of deception. So the people in their lives relating to work, specifically for many Divine Masculines, are feeling as though they've been deceived with regards to their work. Okay, so with regards to their work, they feel as though there's been some sort of deception. And this has caused them to lose a little bit of power in their solar plexus. Okay. And that's where the stuck energy was. That's what's free flowing now. That's coming better. Okay, so this card here is really standing out to me. So this is for Divine Masculine. Whatever abundance I seek is mine. It is law. Whatever I desire and then allow, I must experience. There is no exception to that. As I hold myself in vibrational alignment with my own desire, I will experience in all ways the fulfillment of that desire. So, a lot going on with work at the moment for Divine Masculine. He knows about, this deceptive energy that's happened around at work, or his family life, or his physical life, and it's helping him to gain strength and power in this situation. Because he knows about this, it means he can do something about it. Okay, so if you know you're being deceived, and you feel as though someone has pulled the wool over your eyes, or I think that's a saying, pulled the wool over your eyes so that you can't see properly. When you do finally see what's going on, then you can do something about it. So now that he knows what's going on, he's going to move forward slowly and steadily and even cautiously, because he's not going to accept being left out in the cold anymore. He's not going to accept less than what he deserves anymore. And my throat chakra is clearing as I say that. I'll say it again. He's not going to accept any less than what he deserves anymore. Okay, that's an important point there. So let's go to Divine Feminine now, and then bring these energies together, because for Divine Masculine right now, this seems to be mostly work related, or mostly related to his physical life, outside of the twin flame relationship. So what's going on with the Divine Feminine right now? She's experiencing this feeling of the love being, it's there, but it's feeling like it's missing. And this has nothing to do with Divine Masculine whatsoever, because the planetary aspect that's going on at this time is making Divine Feminine feel detached. Okay, so it's happening on purpose, that Divine Masculine, it's divine will that he is working on his, his physical projects at this time. Okay, so he's literally going to work and slogging away at work, and this gives divine feminine the time to heal, the time to reflect, because she knows that this is on its way. This, 10 of Cups, happy home, beautiful scenario where they'll come together and, everything will finally come into union. But she's been dealing with these conflicts in her own inner mind. Many divine feminines have trauma. Many divine feminines have blocked chakras from, number one, a lack of self-care can often happen because divine feminine often is looking after too many people. And also, for the longest time, many divine feminine have been working too hard. Many, 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 many of them have been putting all their energy into work. And when that happens, the body becomes a defense mechanism. So the body just can't function as smoothly as it normally would if it weren't under so much pressure. So divine feminine has been putting herself under pressure with work too. So this is very work related today for this collective that I'm channeling for. And therefore, the love that she would normally feel when she feels herself and not as stressed, I guess, is this, it feels as though it's draining out of her, because she literally feels drained. But if we went to flip this up the correct way, then, her cup can be overflowing. So this is a message for self-love to come first. And when self-love comes in, then divine masculine comes in. As divine feminine loves herself, divine masculine will be naturally and magnetically drawn to her to send messages, to call her, to be with her. So for divine feminines who aren't focusing on their self, who aren't giving themselves love, this is a message now to go within, to give yourself that self-care, to, get your 3D, physical reality work done as quickly as you can, and as properly as you can. And then we want to come into this again. Because if you're exhausted and you're fighting all the time, we have 2 fighting cards here. We literally have, the defense card, just trying to battle your way through. And then we have this one, which is, like I have to fight all the time in my mind. I'm constantly fighting. And so this becomes a battle, an existence, rather than a love story. Okay, so this is where we're going to pull some cards now and bring the reading together. So what can divine masculine do to help the feminine, and what can the feminine do to help the masculine energies? Okay, they're both working very hard, in the 3rd dimension reality. Don't get that confused with consciousness. So when I talk about the 3D reality, I'm talking about, the fact that we are in physical bodies and we need to... oh, wow. Divine masculine wanting to say something. Yeah, so let me just get my train of thought back again. So when we're in 3rd dimensional bodies, which we are, because we're matter, okay, we're literally in the 3rd dimension, we still have to do those things in our physical bodies, okay. A 3rd dimensional consciousness is different to that. So I want you to If you don't understand these concepts, maybe you can go to my Ascension series videos. I've got 2 videos up there explaining about Ascension. That might be helpful. Okay, Divine Masculine. Let's bring you into Divine Feminine now. What do you want to say to Divine Feminine that's going to be helpful? Okay, there we go. Okay. Wow. I'm just pulling out the cards for Divine Feminine to Masculine as well. Okay, so he's he's going through the whole reading. Sorry. Oh, wow. He's saying, I don't feel your passion anymore, Divine Feminine. Your passion isn't here. Okay? He can feel that. He can feel that Divine Feminine is purging right now. He can feel that she's trying to let go of these yucky, stuck emotions that she's got because she's healing. Okay? And so he stays away to let her heal, which is a very beautiful part of the twin flame journey. He says, don't worry, abundance is here. You know, the happy home is here. Here are the little kids. Here we are. You know, here is this old wise man here, which looks like, you know, part of a beautiful family member, or it could be God even, if you believe in God. You know, don't worry, all this abundance is still here. It's just we're going through a time, or you're going through a time of purging, and he understands that. So he stays away and he focuses on himself, because when he focuses on himself, he heals you, Divine Feminine. Okay? So he says, I don't want you to be sad or feel lonely, right? I know that you've felt this for a very long time. Sometimes for me, the reversals can mean that, you know, this energy has been there for a very long time. You know, laying in bed, Divine Feminine. Some Divine Feminines lay in bed when they feel exhausted. Some Divine Feminines are up all night thinking. You know, these swords represent the mind. You know, everything here is in the mind. And in fact, this reading is very healing, because when you understand what's going on, Divine Feminine, you can actually see here that Divine Masculine is staying away on purpose to allow you to heal. If he's not talking with you, he's doing that on purpose. Okay? He says, I know your love is still there, but it feels like it's far away from me right now. It feels like it's far away from me. You need to work on yourself, Divine Feminine. He knows this. Because when you don't, he feels as though you're not there anymore. He feels lonely. He feels lonely. And then he says, I love you. I'm still there. My soul is with you as you go through this difficult time. And Divine Feminine, remember, gender isn't a thing here, but women in general, though, or the Divine Feminine energy in general, become very needy when they feel, they can become very needy, you know, when they have that time of the month, let's say, or when they feel like something isn't working for them. And this is why, you know, it can be frustrating for the Divine Feminine energy when she is going through all of this stuff, and then the Divine Masculine isn't coming in with messages or speaking or calling or direct messaging, because she's like, well, hang on a minute, I'm going through all this stuff, where are you? And And he's staying away on purpose so that she can purge the feeling, the emotion, and then come back into loving herself. And when she starts coming back into love of self again, putting herself first, then all the messages and the phone calls and all of that starts again, because she feels whole, she's whole enough again to come back into the union. Union isn't this pie in the sky idea that you're constantly trying to get into union all the time. You can come into union and then be out of union, and come into union and be out of union. And that's what happens in all relationships. You have a phone call together and you're in union while you're talking, and then you separate when the phone call's finished. Or you're messaging, via text message, and then you separate again. It's a constant union separation. And that's fine, because we need to heal. All right? Everyone needs time for healing, or time for working, or time for reflection. So let's see now what Divine Feminine wants to say. Divine Feminine says, hey, Divine Masculine, I'm looking at all your pictures. I'm reading all your messages. I can't stop thinking about you right now. And she's supposed to be doing what? What she's supposed to be doing. She's allowed to do that, of course, but she's supposed to be healing. So I think a lot of Divine Feminines might have an aha moment right now and go, oh, whoops, I'm not supposed to be freaking out right now. I'm just supposed to be purging. I'm supposed to go and have a bath. I'm supposed to meditate, reflect, spend time in nature. I'm drawn to the little tree with the bird there. Spending time in nature, talking to the birds, right? Divine Feminine has been going through this transformation for a while now. Okay? For a long while now. And Divine Masculine can feel it. Divine Masculine can feel the strength that's coming to the Divine Feminine. She's taming herself. She's learning to cope by herself at the most difficult of times, when Divine Masculine may not be available because he's working. And she's learning to tame herself. There's the lemniscate. This is bringing down divine knowledge and taming the self. The lion is represented as the self. Look at that angelic woman there, taming this lion, taming the ego. Okay, that's what Divine Feminine is doing. She's not only releasing all of the trauma or all of the emotion that is coming up from the past, but she's taming her ego. She's coming into a place where she is going to be far more balanced and then passionate, more intuitive, more knowing, more humble, more beautiful. This is a really interesting, beautiful reading. And the fact that Divine Masculine knows intuitively when to reach out and when not to reach out is just a very beautiful thing. Okay, so Divine Feminine, don't go overthinking this. Don't think, oh no, he hasn't contacted me and I sent him a message and he hasn't gotten back to me. He can feel your energy. Your energy is what he feels. Okay, just because you've sent 5 text messages, he's not ignoring you. He knows that you need to go through whatever this is on your own. And when you come into that self-love again, and when you acknowledge yourself again, he will feel it and then come back in. So take that bath, eat better, do a bit of exercise, Focus on yourself, and as you do that, you're focusing on him, because you are the same soul in different bodies. Okay? So be very aware that he's not ignoring you, unless he's in his distorted masculine, and some masculine are in distorted masculine, and some feminine are in distorted feminine. So be aware, if there's ego, anything in the way, then it will always impede the connection. Okay, it'll always get in the way of the connection. Okay, so divine masculine. Yeah, dear me. Okay, so the energy, the love messages are from both. This is for the combined union energy of the twin flames. I don't care how complicated this gets, I still want you. This is both twins realizing that shit, excuse my French, but I didn't mean to swear, but you know, it's literally like they're having an aha moment. Like, you know, I really actually don't care how complicated this gets. I still want you, you know? I still want you. Like, I need this. I need to get back to myself, because you are the same soul in two bodies. So, of course, you want to get back to yourself. Right. So then we have these other messages here. Divine Feminine says, it's so hard not talking to you. It is. It's very difficult. The separation can be very difficult if that's what's going on right now. This won't resonate for everyone. Remember, this is the collective I'm channeling for. Divine Feminine is now saying, all I want to do right now is cry and scream and let it all out, because the pain is killing me inside. And this is her purging all the stuff that's coming up for her energetically, which can be felt as pain in the physical body. And then, of course, she says, I'm addicted to the way I feel when I'm thinking about you. And that's true too. You know, all she craves right now is divine masculine to call, to text, to be with her. But then that'll disallow the healing. So she needs to be on her own and purge, come back into self and do the self-care and the self-love, and then he can come in. So he says, I won't give up on you, so don't give up on me, please. All right, so he's saying, his higher self, his soul, is speaking now. I won't give up on you, so don't give up on me, please. I know I keep repeating, but I'm doing that on purpose so that you can really hear what I'm saying. For those of you who don't believe, you know, divine masculine won't come back in, he will. All right? Just focus on the self. Okay. So divine masculine, some divine masculines are also saying, why can't you just tell me what you feel, because how you act is confusing me. Okay? So he wants divine feminine to come in and say, I'm going through this at the moment. This is what's happening to me. You know, I feel pain in my solar plexus. I feel like, you know, for some feminines, I feel like I'm coming undone. I feel like I'm not coping for some, okay? Tell him what you're going through, and then he'll know. I mean, on a soul level, he knows. Sometimes the divine masculine can't bring that down into the third dimensional reality to understand what's really going on. So, you know, this is his third dimensional self saying, why can't you just tell me what you feel, because how you act is confusing me. Because if he's not completely connected, you know, if he's working or stressed, you know, he may not be completely connected telepathically to know what's going on. So he's saying, just tell me what's going on. Why do I feel different at the moment? And the reason is because you're purging, divine feminine. Okay. So then he says, and this isn't for all divine masculines, this is for some of you. I'm truly sorry for my words and actions, right? So he might have been short. He might have, not come in. He might be too busy. He might have work pressure. He might have family issues. He might have karmic issues. There is a whole lot of thing going on, but the real reality is that he's looking out to divine feminine all of the time. When he's at work, he's thinking of divine feminine. When he's relaxing, he's thinking of divine feminine. A lot of them are in the showers or having a bath thinking of divine feminine. And this is really a message to go inwardly. The bottom of the deck for the divine masculine was this hermit energy. Even he is going in to contemplate, to think about the knowledge, to reflect on everything, on his life, on his journey, on his path. He is trying to connect to source energy, to God energy as well, to make sure that he is on the right track. Okay, because many divine masculines feel as though they need to lead this whole scenario. There is a lot of pressure on divine masculine. A man in general, or a masculine energy in general, feels responsible for the well-being of the feminine, in a traditional sense. And so he is bettering himself. He's trying to do lots of things at the moment. He's trying to gain knowledge, reflect on himself. His thoughts are all about, union, and how he will get into union, as in end union. And he's also trying to acknowledge that the divine feminine needs time to reflect on her inner self, to get her work done in the third dimensional reality. Perhaps she cooks and cleans and does all of this other stuff as well. I mean, people have lives where they've got jobs to do. So he's giving her that time. So divine masculine wants to say one more thing. Not with this deck though. He wants to tell you a secret, divine feminine, that you don't know. Okay, hang on. There's a secret he wants you to know. For those of you watching today, this is a very important message. There's a secret from divine masculine to divine feminine for the collective that I'm channeling for today. Okay. The significant number for today is 8. Which is an abundance number. There we go. Okay. Okay, so there's a secret here. There's a secret here. All right. Okay, this is not a message for all twin flames. This is a message for a very few of you, and you'll know if it resonates with you automatically. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles here. This is divine masculine telling you to not invest in anything at the moment. Do not lend any money to anyone at this time. He believes that there could be financial hardship or financial loss on the way. What I think he's trying to say is that the world is experiencing an economic downturn because of what's going on in the world, right? So he's trying to warn you, divine feminine, to take stock of this so that you know what to do. He's also saying don't hang on, I'm just getting him. Okay, don't be confused about what you're doing anymore. You need to act, you know, let me just read this. He's saying don't go the easy way. If you take the harder path, in this instance, you will achieve more. Work hard on what you're doing because success will come your way. This will be an end of hard times for you, Divine Feminine. He knows this. Okay, so this is his higher self, his soul, telling you. All right. So the secret that he wants to share with you from his higher self is that he believes, this is for some of you, he believes that there is a marriage, a contract between the two of you in the higher realms, and he wants to bring this down into reality, like, you know, from the divine down into the real world. And when this occurs, it will be an end to burden. Okay, he understands, and he wants you to know that this will mean an end to burden. All right, there will be no more feeling of, you know, an inability to be materially stable. There will be no more lack of security emotionally, physically, mentally. You know, finances and issues of that nature will be solved as the twins come together in union. And he knows this. He can see this from an eagle perspective. Okay? So he understands that this transformation also in the feminine is occurring so that this bond can be unbreakable between the twins, right? He wants you to see that during the separation, he wants you to feel as though you're coming closer together, not being separated, because you are never separated. Your souls are always, always, always in the higher realms together. All right? You know, you're divinely married, whether you believe in marriage or not, divinely partnered in the higher realms already. And he is working on a path of success, a great enterprise. He's working on this, and he's putting everything in to this connection behind the scenes. So you don't know what he's doing. He is... I'm just going to get one more card because he's trying to say something else. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yep. So he's going to come in with communication very soon, right? Because he misses you a lot. Divine Feminine. He misses you a lot. But right now he's just working on something really important with regards to your union. Okay? So when he goes quiet on you, Divine Feminine, don't think that he's ignoring you, because he isn't. He's working behind the scenes. This is the Magician card. You know, he's literally working with the higher realm, bringing it down into the third dimensional reality. He says now, as a last message for this reading, stay on the path you are traveling on, Divine Feminine. There will be a start of a great enterprise. Skills are being put to good use. So his skills are being put to good use, and it's a fantastic time for business deals. Okay? But he is bringing, you know, this card, I'll just show you. It's not a very big picture card, but there is a flame here. Okay? So he's igniting this flame of success with regards to your abundance. And this isn't just monetary abundance. This is, you know, the abundance of love, the abundance of the connection. Okay? So we've got everything here. We've got major arcana here. We've got wands and cups and pentacles, but mostly major arcana. So he's bringing justice into the twin flame union right now, and he's like, I'm just being guided to pull a well-being card for you, Divine Feminine, because you've been going through something, and then I'll close out the reading because I've gone for a bit long today, but I think it's been necessary. So a well-being card for the feminine, please. Here we go. We are all working toward the same goal, joy. Okay. On the back it says, whether it seems like it or not, you are all working toward the same ultimate goal of joy. You are just approaching things in different ways, and all of it is working. Okay, so this is about self-love again. There's the moon, the reflection card. Divine Feminine has been going through it a bit, emotionally. Divine Masculine is saying here, stay in your joy. Give yourself love. This too shall pass. Just like a moon cycle, it'll come and go, and then the next one will come and go, and then the next one will come and go. It's just, just purging. Just let it go. Just let it go. It'll come. You'll come to feel better soon. Okay. So this is what I have for Twin Flames today. I believe it to be a very important message. So I'm going to put urgent on the tag for this, or on the title, I should say, not the tag. I believe this is a very important message. I believe Divine Masculine is really trying to say to Divine Feminine, he's there even if he's not. Even if he's not calling or texting, he is with Divine Feminine right now. Okay? So stay high vibrational. Allow yourself that time to heal, Divine Feminine, and know that Divine Masculine is working exceptionally hard to bring this union in. He's grounding it in. He knows what's going on in the higher realms, and he understands. He knows more than you think he knows. He's very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. Like a sentient being, he is. So he probably knows what's better for you more than you know what is, Divine Feminine. For a long time in the Twin Flame community, it's been said that Divine Masculine, is not really understanding of the journey and is only just discovering the journey or something like that. But in a lot of cases, the Divine Masculine leads the journey, because he actually knows and is more connected to the higher realms than Divine Feminine. So if he seems as though he doesn't know what's going on, I would invite you to think about this for a minute, Divine Feminine, and see if his actions and behaviors maybe are more clever than you give them credit for. When he's not texting you or calling you, and in the original part of the journey you can think, oh no, where is he? He doesn't care about me, but he's actually doing it for a reason, to heal you. Because Divine Masculine knows best when he's in his Divine Masculine. When he's not in his ego, when he's in his heart space, he knows exactly what the Divine Feminine needs before she does, which is kind of freaky. But very true. Very true, yes. And also because, he is the same soul. So if he's done a lot of spiritual work on himself, he will be far more advanced than what you are giving him credit for. And this is also flipped with the Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine can be far more switched on than we give her credit for. Not all Divine Feminines are these needy, women energies, female energies, I should say, that are laying on the couch eating chocolate, although some of them do that too at different times. We've all been there, have we? Oh dear. Okay, I'll leave it there. Have a great day, everyone, and stay safe. Eat healthy. Have a bubble bath, or a salt bath if you don't like bubbles. Pat your animals. Love your kids. And I'm sending you so much peace, love, and light. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.